Welcome to another video. Just wanted to say thank you all for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you all in the intro. I didn't really look at the deck list too deeply, but probably should have. Ooh, that's a good one. Should probably take a peeksy poo at like what this thing, 4 island, 3 planes, you have a triome. Interesting why we have a triome, but you know, whatever. I haven't done control. Oh no. Is this gonna be like a long game? God. God damn it. Why do I do this to myself? Why, oh why? Nope. This is definitely a matchup where Snapcaster Mage is good. Arm, yeah. Definitely not upset about that one. God, dude. I'm already sad. I hate playing, like, this is the only reason. Oh, maybe this isn't blue-white control. Maybe it is. The only thing I hate about playing control, it's not like it's a hard deck to play. I don't think it's very difficult to play well. The thing I hate is playing control mirrors. They're just so absurdly fucking boring. Like, oh, concede? Concede? That's why usually when I build my control decks, I kind of prefer having them just like absolutely shit on like opposing control decks, like, because I just really don't want to have to worry about the matchup. Just make it easy on yourself and just move on with life. I don't really know what the hell we're up against, but that's usually my recipe for success. So like, I'd probably, if I was to build this deck, you know, a little bit more for myself, I'd probably be playing like a shit ton of Shark Typhoons. It's a lot of Teferi. It's a lot of Prismatic Ending too. Yeah, I am definitely not a control player. Sure. We have Scary Terry. Oh shit, you're playing this deck. Oh. Okay. Well, this should be a pretty good turn for us. I think this is fine. We counter their counter and then just bounce the snap. And then we can Prismatic Ending the snap. So I'm just kind of concerned that they would have had a counter spell here, like like an Archmage's Charm. I'd rather resolve this because against Wilderness Reclamation decks, usually Teferi is the best card you can resolve against these type of decks. And next turn we get to go big Teferi into hold up, you know, Prismatic Ending, March, etc. Now if they have, okay, they're cycling a Triumph. Now if they have like a Prismatic Ending or something, be annoying. Green red. Oh my god, you have fucking Renin 6. I forgot how much I love this card. Literally want to hang myself from the ceiling now. I hate this card. I really do. All right, say go. I'm probably gonna march this. and their second main phase or whatever. Kind of sucks that we kind of thought our, oh shit, what am I doing? There was no trigger on the stack. I'm pissed. I'm so dumb. Whatever, it's okay. I know there's not some, there's okay, it's fine, I guess. Big Taff, big T-Dog. Oh, I'm taking up. Leyline binding, sure. Really care about that one. All right, sure. Now we have a counter spell. I don't really know what that does for us, but that's something. I don't know. Soon we can just get rid of this Leyline binding, right? Could I have marched it? I'm not sure if I had enough. I had 2 mana open. Yeah, I think I want to march the Leyline binding, not the Wilderness Wreck. Alright, how much mana does this cost? So 1, 2... This cost 4 mana to do? Okay. I don't think I mind getting rid of my 2 Prismatic Indians. Actually, hold up. Is that necessarily true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can go... Well, okay, so we know they have a Snapcaster Mage. I could just Prismatic Indian the Wilderness Reclamation. I think that's fine. Let's do that. Black, white, red, blue. Sure. God, dude, I'm already so sad. Yeah, Stream Decker's not working right now, so... Or at least it wasn't last time I tried doing this. Guess I'm gonna counter the Snapcaster Mage next turn. Bro, what is their deck doing? Shark Typhoon. Hold up. Wait, it's working now. It's working now. Open file. Okay, set as current. Perfect. There we go. Alright, let's retry this. Because why? Nope. Yes. We know that they have a Snapcaster Mage. Do I counter? Oh, we also just have a Watery Grave. Actually, do I even care? I think I just say go. Shock this and say go. Then I just make a massive Shark Typhoon in their instep. Am I secretly a... No, I'm not. I wish I was secretly a blue-white X-Mage. I'm not, though. Sure. I'll just Shark Typhoon and kill this. You're just gonna get a Triome back. Yeah, makes sense. Are we... We're gonna float 3. Floating all your mana. Sure. Alright. Cycle. Shark. Cycle shark do 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 do. Cycle shark do 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 do. Big old shark do 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 do. Kill your Rin. Do 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 do. All right. Do we think they care about this wilderness reclamation enough to counter it with a Snapcaster Mage? Probably, but let's do it anyways. Sure. Sure. I don't think this is like, I don't really care about this, right? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can only do this. Oh, I can exile the Leyline Binding right now if I want, but I think I'm gonna do that on their end step. Maybe they have. I don't know what the hell their hand is. Maybe just like all counter spells. Yeah, I guess I could just like march. I think I do just march here and then pull ahead with the rest of my shit. And I think I exile the Supreme Verdict so that I can hold up counterspell here. Oh, I can't do that? Hold up, never mind. That's not worth it then to me. Well, is it? No. I think they have just like a bunch of counter spells in their hand, but maybe they don't. Who knows? March. Yeah. Shocker. Cycle. Our 5th attempt to kill this fucking wilderness reclamation has been thwarted. Aha! Huzzah! Let's go, man. Alright, kill your written. Don't even know if that's better, but I'm gonna go for it again, I guess. And their upkeep, probably. Or if they cast a big spell here in response. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, we shouldn't do that now. We want to do it at their end step, right? I don't know. Do I go for Leyline Binding or Wilderness Reclamation? It's not like this Reclamation's done anything, right? Fuck it. Ugh, man, this is so hard. It's like, on the one hand, we can get a Teferi. On the other hand, we can get rid of the freaking Wilderness Reclamation. Ugh. I guess that's true, but like I'm also kind of afraid that they're just gonna win this game here. Okay. They didn't go for it. Alright, well. Exile Verdict. 1, 2, okay. There we go. Holding up our own counterspell. Please. Huzzah! Let's go! Counterspell. I'm just sticking up here. Find me a 3-mana Teferi and this game's over. Let me draw some cards. Another big Tef. Snapcaster Mage, sure. Alright, so you go. Yeah, I think this game should be over now. We can even end up snap marching here. And I'm gonna hold back for a turn, I guess. This is why not. I should not have done that, but whatever. I'm not really that worried about this game anymore. I think we've essentially won it. I think they would need, I don't know, they just have not drawn shit. Like, they've literally drawn nothing. They've just done literally nothing. I don't understand what their hand is. I genuinely am confused what their hand is. They have 3 cards and they just did nothing. Alright, Dovin's Veto in. I actually think, Rest in Peace is probably good enough. Shark Typhoon's definitely good. Verdicts can come out. Prismatic Ending is kind of sus. But I think I'm trimming the snaps for some Rest in Peace, though. Just calling it a day here. Yeah, that's literally all that happened. It was just like, all right, let's fight over this card that has done nothing and not fight over the cards that are going to win me the game. I don't know. That just felt a little strange. Okay. 4. Hand's reasonable. Loses to Ren in 6, but hey, that's life. That's life, right? Don't you dare play a fucking Ren in 6. Okay, at least it's not getting lands back. We got a silver lining here. You don't do what I need you to do. Yeah, the opponent literally did nothing. You son of a bitch. Alright, we need a removal spell for your not Teferi. For Renin 6. Okay. A little more March on March action. Action. Not fetching. Does that mean we have a memory deluge? I guess we do this on the end step, because why not? Colonnade. You do not help. Alright. Go. Actually, I'll turn off all yields. Maybe I'm supposed to consider now. Try and find a way to deal with this run in 6. And not shaping up. You are not shaping up to what I need you to be. Dark Typhoon? God, dude, why do I have, like, going on here? Yeah. We're in trouble. I guess like one Rest in Peace kind of just solves this whole problem that we're having, but I don't feel like we're doing something good here. Oops. Nope. Double blue. Blue on blue. I guess we can yoink the shark and attack the Ren. Fuck it. Yeah. I think that's probably better. Oh my god. Mine it wasn't better. Fuck you, Vale. Jamming to fairy. Oh my god, it resolved. Veil of Summer number 2. Oh my god. Holy crap, we're not just dead. And we can kill this shark? Hold up, turn off all yields. What's this? A 1/1 shark? God damn you. Okay, maybe they don't send both at Teferi. Copium. They're attacking me? Uh-oh, they have another Ren. Fuck my life. Shit. Okay, I'm done. I'm done, dude. Ren 6 is so miserably good. That card's so good. I can't beat it. Purge? Maybe we want Purge. Destroy target red. Permanent. Reasonable. I'm keeping. I know this doesn't have an answer to Ren, but you know, they don't always have Ren 6 on 2, right? They don't always have Ren 6 on turn 2, right? Copium. Yield to land step. Right. Oh my god, we have an answer. We have an answer. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, we found an answer. Holy shit. Oh, we found an answer. Let's go. Oh my god, wait, they don't have it? Holy shit. This is not real. We're not playing Magic right now. Celestial Colonnade? Not yet, buddy. I know, it's not your time to shine. You haven't been on the battlefield in years, it feels like. This thing has not seen the battlefield in what feels like since 2016. But buddy, I promise you have a time. Oh, they don't have a land. Oh, they don't have a land. I have no sympathy for you. Discarding. Hehe. Nexus of Fate. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! We are feeling it. Let's go. Okay, Snapcaster Mage. You got it. You got it, buddy-o pal. Lange. They run counter spells, right? Yeah, we got countered on turn whatever. Alright, yoink some cards for us. Ronky, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Solitude. It's a solid card. Breeding pool, not fair. Not fair. Hmm. Ah. I guess that's fine. I don't know. I'm not in love with letting this resolve. We still have plays. Yeah, I'm gonna counter this. We still have Shark Typhoon cycle for one. It's not like we're losing our ability to Solitude. Like, we can Solitude later, and we can still cycle a Shark Typhoon. Okay, they hit a land drop like a stud. The main reason I wanted to counter that is because they were kind of constricted on mana, and like, I don't know. Also, allowing them to draw an extra card's not my favorite thing in the world, but... Alright. Big old shark, do 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 do. Super small shark. Oh, hello there, Mama. You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Endurance, sure. We can just Solitude that one. Don't really care. We don't have Snapcaster Mages left in our deck, so that doesn't matter. I will trade if you allow me. Yep. Then we will Solitude on the instep. If they counter it, whatever. If they don't, coup. Solitude. Hey, look at that. Looky there. Uh-oh. Bolt it? Wow, they have bolts in their deck. Crazy. Huh. So strange. Mystic Gate. Alright, don't care about that. Easy claps. So they haven't shown us a... They have not shown us a removal... They haven't showed us a removal spell other than Bolt for our Teferi. So I think I just tick up here. And we can Prismatic Ending at instant speed and or March Exiling Ending and still hold up counterspell. So I think we're going to be in a good spot. And I can even let this connect. I don't know. Well, is there a reason to let this connect? So they could like slam Ren. I don't have an answer to Ren, but then this allows us to get bolted and whatever. I don't really want that to happen, so. And I can counter a Ren, like, and I guess Ren's really not the biggest of deals. Up. Tick up. Veil of Summer, yeah. No. Can have that one. Dark Typhoon. Sure. All fine with me. You can just march that. I think this game should be over. I think we've got there. We've gotten it. Still have counterspell up too. Like, life's pretty good. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they have a bolt here. Next turn we get to brainstorm. Probably still not down ticking with my Teferi yet. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Not wasting my counterspell on that. The fine card. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Alright. Brainstorm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yo. I'm gonna scry those to the bottom. What was it? It was land and Solitude. Yeah, I don't really care about that. It needs to shine. It needs its glory days back of the 4/4 beatdown. It needs it. Sure. I'm down. I'm fine to bounce this. I don't really care. I was gonna down tick my Teferi anyway this turn. So the fact that, okay, bolting Jace, sure. Bottom, blue, draw 2. Oh god, that's okay. Bounce your little boy. Dove and Zito, sick. All right. Cool. Go ahead. Definitely don't want some lands this turn. Oh, we can hard cast Shark Typhoon. Oh, that sounds enticing. That sounds enticing, but we gotta let the Colonnade win, right? Ren and 6, so that's just gonna be down ticking over 2 turns. Yeah, I don't care. I'm guessing you're just gonna go down tick. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Okay. Overall. God. Probably Zoo, I'd assume, which I guess is probably a pretty good matchup for us. Especially with the Snapcaster Mage. Oop. Oh my god, our opponent's such a nice person. Good luck, have fun. You haven't heard anything about it? Okay. I was just curious. I mean, I don't know. The only real way you would have heard about it is if you are on Twitter, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to like rant. I'm just curious about people's thoughts. Because I mean, I know I have an opinion about it, and I don't want to like change how people feel about it. Yeah, if you have a Twitter, you would know like literally all about it, but if you don't, then you know, you wouldn't know anything, so. Prismatic indeed. Teferi's just gonna be a nice little bounce, and so what happened? There's I don't know if you ever hear about the mocks, but yeah. I don't know. Basically, the Mox winner, who's a guy who is playing in the World's Magic tournament or whatever, like like there was a video circulating around that like they basically like they did a shuffle where they like put a card on top, didn't present their deck, they cheated, blah blah blah. They came out like admitting that they cheated, and then people were all like, oh, did they cheat again? Like, did they cheat multiple times or just once? And then he recently just like came out and said like he cheated multiple times, and that's just, and like some people don't think he should play in World. Some people are like, oh, it's fine. Some people are like, a lot of people have differing opinions about it, and I don't know. I always think it's just like a very interesting topic to talk about. It's like cheating's definitely something that's always going to be present in every competitive game ever. So like I'm just curious if people had opinions on it or not, and if they did, you know, what like, you know, what did you think about it? Do you care? Do you not care? I could have down ticked, but I don't think I'm in any rush. Like if they tribal flames it, like okay, whatever. Ride or die. Thank you very much for the follow. I mean, yeah. I don't know. My opinion is I don't really think they should be like taken out of Worlds. I just think the person is, I don't know, a piece of shit, and like the fact that he didn't admit it, like he served his sentence, like I guess it's fine with me. I don't really care that much about him participating. I just think it's a, to me, I just would say they are, they're a good Magic player, but they're just a horrible human. And no, they served a like 16th month banning, and like to me, I'm like whatever, you know, I don't care. Like you can play. It's like I just know if I played against them, I'd know what type of person they are. Like the fact they didn't admit it until they won something big, and now they're like, oh, I won this, and take my apology. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this is like old cheating. This is like they cheated. I don't even know. Quite a long time ago. It was. What am I doing here? I think I'm going March into Teferi downtick. X is 2. Consider. Actually, I'm down to consider here. We can also just double block with tokens, right? Oh man. We're a little snap flooded. A little snap flooded. All right, we'll just say go. I'm fine taking 4 damage here, and then yeah, no, like you could. I'll link that video. Like if you want to watch, like that was literally just like the perfect video to explain everything. Yeah. I'm gonna go for it, whatever. Like, these both drew me a card. I just double block. They blow me out, whatever. I don't really care. They waste a removal spell on one of these, like a. Oh, or if it trades, I'm freaking ecstatic. So, all right, perfect. This game should be over. We're in no rush. We're in garbage time. I love garbage time. This is my favorite time to shine. Here, let's find the video real quick. And I'll post it for anyone. Or we can watch it together. Let's watch it together. After this game is over. Let's do a fun watch together. What's this? So many lands. Yeah, they got a little flooded, I think. Video time. All right, let's watch the video. Okay. Yeah, well, this hand slaps, so. The Cube Club. Appreciate the follow. Like that name, the Cube Club. But for a few years when I came back, I went clean. See, like, I also want to say, it's not like Uzman Jin, thank you very much for the follow. Like, I'm not saying that it is, like, obviously very bad to cheat. Not good. But I think there's a difference in someone who, like, for example, as you said, you're younger. Like, I'm assuming what you mean is, like, you're under, like, 18 years old. When you are, like, very young, I think it is much different to me because you're still, like, it's hard to understand. Like, you're not a grown adult. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still not good. It's still a shitty thing to do. But to me, that's more understanding than someone who obviously is older, wiser, knows that is completely not the right thing to do and is just horrible. I mean, as a young person, you should also probably know that. But I think it's like, yeah. And then, like, the second you win something, and then it's like, it just, I don't know. Ugh. Bro, and my favorite part of it is, dude, oh my god, it just cracks me up. It cracks me up how awful of a human being this person must be. Yeah, I mean, not saying that the opponent messed up, but that's why I always shuffle my opponent's deck, and especially if it's like a more important event, I would 100% do that. I don't think there is ever a reason to not shuffle It's not like weird to shuffle your opponent's deck. It's not, or like call a judge if you think something's wrong. That's the whole point. They're there to help you out. So we take 9 down to 5. That means we're dead to a Flusterstorm. So are we pitch casting to kill this Scion and then snap ending here? I think I can wait and find out. I don't think we can take 9 here though. It just seems a little loosey-goosey. Right, like... Seven, not 5. Wait, 9. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, my math's great. I still think I'm fine just killing this, and I don't know. We can pull ahead, right? Eventually. Hopefully. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh my god, yet another Scion. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, it does make a difference, but I still think I'm making that play there and attempting to kill it. Like, waiting to try and verdict, I think, is a little crazy. I mean, obviously, if they don't have tribal flames, then I think... maybe they just didn't have tribal flames. Alright, I mean, we're not winning this game. It's okay. Alright. Let's, like, actually bring in cards that are good after doing that. So what do we want here? Maybe we want Purge. What cards are not great? Shark Typhoon's not my favorite here. Charm's fine, Snap's fine. I think Purge is pretty okay. And then Dress Down's actually great because it kills Kavu. Yeah, it does kill Kavu, and it turns off the Nebushi, whatever the brawler is, Nishobi brawler. We can probably just get rid of Jace or Big Tef. Let's get rid of Jace. Yeah, Dress Down's pretty good. Turns off a lot of stuff. Also turns off flying for the Scion if that's relevant. But all right, yeah, 100% keeping this. We can consider little consider action. I don't think I'm gonna grab a Triome here. I think I'm just gonna fetch Island and consider. Kind of just wanna push for some early interaction here. To Fairy, that's not it. Land's not bad, although Plains is not necessarily what we were looking for. Okay. Snap's pretty good. Snap's very good. Hypnotic Equinox. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Took me a sec. Alright, what's this? Oh, please do not be the flying boy. That one's Okavu or Wild Nakatl. So we're on counter here, I guess. Sure. Watery Grave. I guess that's fine. Ugh. I don't really love that I'm gonna have to shock for that, but I think I have to keep that, right? Like, there's no way I should bottom that. Oh man, that's actually really awkward. That's gotta be a tough one to keep on top, but I think I have to keep it on top. I mean, I just couldn't imagine bottoming that. All right, yeah. Imagine we just drew another Archmage's Charm. Oh man, that'd be funny. Well, how about a fifth, or how about another Archmage's Charm? You don't have the mana to cast it. I think I'm fine taking it. Like, we can either draw two, counter something, take it. We have so many options here. Oh, they just have the most obvious counter spell in the world up here. All right, I mean, whatever. Counter. Like, oh? Maybe not? Yeah, that's actually a pretty good draw. Actually a really good draw. Maybe they have a bolt up? Is that what it is? Man. They could have. I mean, I feel like that's a little ambitious. I guess it could be stubborn denial, but I think if they had stubborn denial, they 100% would have countered that. All right, I guess they're just choosing to let it go again. I mean, I'm pretty certain that they have a counter spell here. All right, well, we'll figure it out. I mean, there's no way you just have no pressure in play. Maybe they are just like, their hand just sucks, maybe. And they are trying to represent a counter spell and they just don't have one. Sure. Okay, play another one, please. So we can dress this down, kill here. The better question is, do we counter this? I guess, so I can just go snap ending this, or I can just draw a land and Solitude it. So I guess this is fine. Right? Like, whatever. So let's go. I guess it doesn't really matter. End step or main phase, whatever. It's the same shit. Because I can do this whenever. Actually, no, it was relevant. God damn it. I'm so dumb. Yeah, I know. I realize that now. The second I say it. It doesn't. Yeah, it mattered. It doesn't matter, guys. What are you talking about? I'm an idiot. Whatever. I understand. I'm dumb. Well, now we're just gonna snap and consider and, you know, probably lose the game. Yeah. Okay. Go Snapcaster Mage. consider. God, why did I do this to myself? I made this game 10 times harder because I'm an idiot. Oh, what do we block? Do I Solitude and kill here? And I can counter. I don't think that's right. There's like no way that's right. Like, let the fucking monkey hit us. Whatever. Give us a land, please. God. Thought that was about to be baby Teferi and I was gonna cry. Ending is a sorcery, sadly, or else that play would work. Yeah, definitely am fine with the land. Not like in love with the land, but you know, it works. I mean, or I meant plains, apologies, not land. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna Solitude. Okay. Sheesh. Trample? Sure. Dash? This guy's first strike now, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean... Alright, monkey's gonna hit us, whatever. Monkey see, monkey do! Just don't hit a freaking 3-mana Teferi, please. Smile. Ha 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 ha. Consider. Okay, that's fine. Not great, but it's fine. Not amazing, not awful. Okay, so I think this turn, I would love to hit a white card to pitch cast Solitude and hold up like Snap. Uh-oh. Bolt. Please don't slam another threat. Oh, thank God. Well, now I might just Solitude again, probably. I don't even know what I want to draw. We just need to not die. Like, that's literally all we're trying to do, is to not die here. Mystic Gate. It's not a bad draw. They go. You can do exclamation point deck, or I think exclamation point deck list. I think both of those work. We need a verdict. I mean, we can just kill here, block this, right? Wait, they dash this when this has first strike and oh wait, it comes in with haste, I see. Okay, let me trade, please. Oh my God, do you have another bolt? Ooh, okay. Last turn we're getting hit by monk. Please don't have a tribal flames. No! Fuck! Even worse than tribal flames. God, not actually worse, but feels worse, man. Fuck. God, that's so annoying. Fucking monkey, man. Land? Prismatic ending. Black, white, colorless. Oh wait, black, white, blue. Kill the thing. Yeah. God damn you, monkey! Golly, don't have a tribal flames. Don't have a tribal flames. Don't have a tribal flames. Another fucking monkey. Our favorite. Played this game bad, I think. Oh my... Kill me. Kill me, please. I deserve to die. I deserve to die so bad. Why not charm it? Because it has haste and it would get bounced back to their hand at the end step. Yeah. All right. Snap ending. It all came down to the... It all came down to that turn where I just missequenced my goddarn spell. My dress down. I guess. Yeah, see, this was all my doing. Alright. Kill me, brother. I deserve to die this game. I'm not even dying to the monkey. I'm dying to the fact that I'm just an idiot. Ugh. I mean, Ragavan doesn't help, but like... This was literally just my fault. I got distracted. Prismatic ending. I'm not playing Leyline Binding. Or are you asking, like, why am I not playing Leyline Binding? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really solve that many issues. Like, you're not afraid of Murktide Regent? Really? Because you have Solitude and stuff? I think I'd rather just, like, more cantrips or draw spells over it. Like, I genuinely think that you don't really even want it that bad. Hi, Electric Bob. Good luck. Have fun. Uh-oh. Rutro Raggy. No Esper Sentinel. No. White removal. Spo. Not fair. That kind of works. I'd also be down to trade my Shark Typhoon for the Esper Sentinel at some point. Urza Saga. It's a good Magic card. Their board state's pretty terrifying. Not gonna lie. I mean, Esper Charm's just like... Actually, Esper Charm right now might be good. There are a lot of enchantments going around. Like, there's Leyline Binding, Saga. There's a lot of stuff that, like... Isn't that the third mode? It's like discard 2, draw 2, and then... And then the... It's destroy enchantment, right? I believe it is. I mean, I had Solitude. Solitude could have... I could have pitched cast Solitude and killed something if I wanted to. But I wasn't really worried about holding up Counterspell. I didn't really feel like holding up counter and letting them draw. I mean, maybe it's fine, maybe it's not. I mean, yeah, Spreading Seas is a house. A house. Leyline Binding's not necessarily that good against control decks. You really don't want to be binding most of their cards. Most of their creatures are like ETB effects, so that's a good card. That's a good one. I think cards like that are super cool. I love all the charms. I think they're so fun. Stoneforge. Your hand is Hammer, Mystery card, and drumroll, please. What is your last? Odd. Sophie. Teferi. Don't really want this Sword of Fire and Ice to resolve, but I don't really think there's any way to really get around it resolving because of obvious reasons. You side in Chalice against Hammer and Murktide. I would probably do that, yeah. I think we're bouncing Cauldra and just like holding up Solitudes here. Land, pretty good. So I'd like to not have to Solitude this turn, but I'm probably gonna have to, considering they just have Sword of Fire and Ice put into play and equip this turn. I don't know. I think it'd probably be worth it because we're only on 4 considers. I think especially more so for Murktide Regent decks, but and I say that because they have so many 1-mana spells, whereas Hammer has a lot of ways to like get around Chalice. It's one of those things, yeah, like they just have so many ways of getting their 1-drops into play. It's really only good on the play on turn 2, and even then it's still like it just slows your Hammer opponent down a little bit. It's not even like, oh, that's game over, because they just have so many ways to cheat a Hammer in, right? They can get it from Saga, they can violate it or activate it in via Stoneforge Mystic. Like there's too many ways. And I'd agree with Ride or Die. It is a trap in my opinion. I just think the second you let that happen, you're gonna get got into your get got by them and not get any real value out of the card. Another Springleaf Drum, interesting. All right, so I mean the game plan is hopefully they don't send alt to Fairy. We get to Solitude whatever they equip with Sword of Fire and Ice, and then we untap, tick up, and hold up Verdict at instant speed. Would definitely be nice. And they can only send in with one. Oh. Interesting. They didn't want to put the Sophie in? Well, I mean, now our Teferi is going to be safe regardless. How's it going, Philosopher? Man, yeah, I think I'm itching here. If their one mystery card in hand is... Oh yeah, I play it all the time. Yeah, I play almost I mean, I like dabbling around and other stuff, but I mostly play Rock. By far my favorite deck, for sure. Oh, are they gonna hardcast Sword? Interesting. When Wafu was still playing... I mean, I don't know. I think this deck has enough win conditions. I don't think that's... I think there's more upside to milling a spell that you want to see. I mean, Wafu's definitely a better player than me, so, like, I wouldn't say that I'm right and he's wrong, because I think that's... that is a big mistake. First of all, this is, like, Papega Pig. Thank you very much for the follow. This is definitely his archetype, and definitely much better than me at this game. So... if he thinks that Consider is worse than Op, then that's probably the right thing. Oh yeah, no, that Rock deck it's a blast to play. I would recommend it to anyone. If anyone likes good old mid-range, like, it's by far my favorite deck. Oh wait, they couldn't have even Blacksmith skill because we were Teferi. Why would it be worse? Just because, for specifically what they said, like milling your win cons, which I think is, to me, that's not a huge deal. But I mean, again, I think his lists were a lot lighter on win conditions than the one I'm playing is right now. I think he was on like 2 Teferis and like 2 big Teferis and like 1 Jace or something, or like maybe. Like, he was very light on win cons. I remember the list, at least. Wait, whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn... okay, wait. Do we do this for science? So, since I already cast a Supreme Verdict, does this not trigger when I cast my Consider? I actually don't know how that works. I'm gonna try it. I know this is like, I'm doing this for science rather than... okay, that's cool. Did not know that. I'm not supposed to play Control? What? But I like Control sometimes. I like playing a little bit of everything. We have Snap Verdict. Which you might honestly have to do... This is actually kind of concerning. No, not really. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. Or am I supposed to play other Teferi here and just bounce this? I think that's kind of what I'm supposed to do. And then I can counter this on the way back down. I mean, I just like playing a lot of decks, which doesn't mean every once in a while I'm fine playing them. I don't like playing Control all the time, if that makes sense. I just think the play patterns are a little too mundane for me. It's like you kind of do the same thing almost every game, it feels like. I also think people overvalue how complicated Control is. I feel like most of the time there's only really 1 or 2 obvious plays, and it's not like there's a lot of different lines, but yeah. I don't know, that's why I like playing decks, like a lot of different decks too, because I will get bored of playing the same deck over and over again, right? Like, it's not that I don't want to play Control, or I don't want to play like 5-color Omnath or anything. It's just, I think there's a lot of different decks to play, and every other deck is kind of fun. Yeah. Like, every deck has that. The one thing I really like about the current Rock list that I have, though, is like, it kind of, like, that's one reason I really like Legacy, is Legacy, there's so many different things that you can do. And in that Rock deck, it feels like there are so many decision points where it's like you just feel like you're doing so much stuff, and it's just really to me, it's very rewarding to play it well, not mess up, and like it's just very, I don't know. I very much have a good time when I do that, because then it makes me feel, you know, obviously you feel pretty decent about doing that. I mean, obviously you should be happy when you play really well. Ginger Brute? Not the Ginger Brute. Ah! How do we beat the Ginger Brute? Alright, whatever. I'll just let this opponent know that they're dead. I feel like they should know this already, but... Are we conceding yet? Steal it? Oh, I should have stole it when I got the... Oh, you're so right. No! That would have made the game go so much faster. Okay, they conceded. Perfect. That would have been so much better. Oh, I'm so dumb. You're so right. I know. What a punt. Huge punt. How do I feel about Revelry? We don't really have that much for this matchup, it seems like. I mean, I don't really want Shark Typhoon. I'm probably not in love with Teferis here. Like 3-mana Teferi seems worse, or 3-mana Teferi is definitely better than 5-mana Teferi. Do I want a Revelry? I don't know. I'll see how this game goes. We might want it, we might not. I don't know, Shark Typhoon just seems abysmally bad. I mean, I don't really like Chalice, honestly. Yeah, no, you're right, Line Rose. There's only one play! Oh, wait, you're just an idiot. That's the solution. You're just bad, lol. You're just bad, Forehead. I don't think Chalice is very good against them. Like, I don't know what you even really wanted on. Like, 1, probably, but... Especially on the draw, I think it's a little ambitious to be like, okay, I'm gonna go Chalice on 1 on the draw. I think that's very ambitious. I think on the play, it's a little bit more controversial, but I still don't think I would want it. All right, so we can steal Cauldron if that's what they're grabbing. We can also just Prismatic Ending it, but I kind of think stealing it's kind of sicko mode. Right? Oh, they took a hammer. Confirm. Land? Could play Tap Shock. I mean, I understand, but I just think game, like, I just don't really want it on the draw. Like, I want all of my spells to actually do something. Like, especially on the draw, I think it's much harder to lose on the play, and like you're a little bit okay actually having cards that don't necessarily all do something. But I don't know. That's just kind of my thought. I think I'm fine just taking 11, right? Like, I'm just kind of afraid that they have Blacksmith skill. I guess we probably actually have to pitch Solitude here, because if they have a Blacksmith skill, we're gonna lose this game anyways. And we can dress down in response, and then like depending on how they do it, if they have a Blacksmith skill, that is, we either have a 3/2 lifelinker on the battlefield, or like I just think it's okay. I should have probably done it in response to the equip, but I don't think their life total is gonna matter here. I mean, I'm not denying it's like if you get it on the battlefield before they set up, like I would probably agree with you. And I think the problem is you're thinking like of the upside, not like you're thinking of the ceiling and not the floor, right? Because on the draw it's harder to actually, you know, resolve your 2 mana play and have the battlefield empty. Like it's just a little bit more difficult than, I don't know. And I'm not denying that's not a good card. I just think it's a little ambitious to. Oh my god, a land would be nice. Solitude's good, but all right, didn't want to land anyways. Didn't want to land anyways. How do I think the rock fares in the current meta? I mean, I can't counter this, right? Like, whatever. This resolves. It is what it is. I mean, they also have, I don't know. I'm sorry. I just like, I don't know. I do think that the rock is pretty well positioned. I mean, in my testing and in my playing, I have what was I gonna say? I mean, in my leagues and in my tournaments, I've been pretty impressed with like the record of the deck, so. Or I was like, where was I going with that? I mean, I also have my record tracked and stuff like that. We're just so dead here. Whatever, counter this and kind of just hope. Play a creature, pure steel, okay. Can we untap Verdict maybe? Sure, it's fine. Untap Verdict. Please, land. Land, let's go. We can just get a blue source, right? Yep. I mean, we died to a hammer, but I don't think they have another hammer. And if they do, whatever, it's okay. Next turn, we get to ending the Sigarda's aid, and we all right. All right. Yeah, I mean, in my testing, there's not really a matchup where I feel like I cannot win. I mean, the only matchup where I feel like it's a 0%er is Mill, and like it's really just like if I wanted stuff against Mill, I could probably find it, but like I'm not, unless Mill becomes like a more consistent thing throughout leagues, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I don't know. There's not many decks that I'm really that concerned about. Prismatic Ending. It's a good one. Moth, sure. Yeah, Mill is one of those decks. Like, it's definitely a tough matchup for quite a few decks, but like, it's also a deck that like you can pretty easily ignore. Like, this is like worse for them than us, right? Like, now I don't have to worry about. Now I don't have to worry about Stoneforge Mystics. I'm pretty happy about that. Like, pretty happy with that one. Yeah, like whatever. Oh, is that the one like you can't lose? Is that the ultimate where it's like, oh, you can't lose the game? I think that is. As long as you have a Gideon Planeswalk or whatever. Believe. I don't know. That card does seem semi, like, depending on your meta, definitely could be semi well positioned. Like, if you're definitely playing against Mill, I don't know how they actually beat that card. I don't think they can. I remember the first time I ever played against that card, I was on 8-rack, and it was my first ever. Don't care. My first ever modern tournament with 8-rack, and I was like, so you're dead, right? And they're like, nope, this ultimate just blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm dead. I cannot kill a planeswalker. I don't think I care about this. We could deal with this later, but I think we're in a good spot. Like, we can just dress down or counterspell and or both. What is Bitter Blossom in the board for your list? Well, okay. Elflord Gucci, thank you very much for the follow. This, for anyone interested, I don't know, you don't have to do like, you don't have to sign up, but there is a sideboard guide now out for the Rock. I have basically an in-depth, like this, like pretty much in-depth about a lot of the matchups right now. So if you're interested, you're more than welcome to join. Also, you get other perks, but on to the question. So Bitter Blossom is like the best tech that I have found for Murktide Regent specifically. It's just, there's not much. And like, the reason I like Bitter Blossom the most is because unlike removal spells, my issue with removal spells isn't that they're not good. It's just you need pressure to back it up. Whereas I have felt in the past and presently that the best card period is Bitter Blossom, because it kind of acts as a removal spell. It's like, okay, instead of taking 8 or 9 a turn, you're taking 7, right? Or instead of 8 or 9 or whatever the heck Murktide is, an 8/8 typically, right? You're taking 1 instead. And then also, if they don't have a Murktide Regent or any pressure, it accrues a board and you actually have, creatures. Obviously, you know what Bitter Blossom does? It makes a 1/1 flyer every turn. Card's great, right? Should I steal this Esper Sentinel? Got the Snapcaster Mage, just literally nothing. No, let's draw 2. Teferi? Lange? I'm just not very convinced that they have a great way of putting a hammer on something. Okay, Saga, sure. Saga is whatever. I think I'm gonna Teferi and put this on top. Don't want another Teferi. March. That's good. Prismatic ending, yeah. All right, prismatic ending that, and this game should be over eventually. Like, we have snap counter. We have basically all the bases covered. Sure, we can remove that. The last card's a hammer. That'd be pretty awesome. Like, I mean, we have it beat, but that'd be pretty cool. This can hit artifacts, right? So this can hit here, right? I believe. Whatever. I mean, if it doesn't technically target this, yeah, it does. Then I would be fine anyways. I can just stress down and get it killed. I think we're in a good spot. Guess if they top deck a Pure Steel Paladin, things could get slightly awkward, but they did not. Duo cat. Lots of wins. I guess I can. I could also trade. That is kind of a good question. Do I want to instep dress down? No, I don't think so. I can just do it in response to them activating Stoneforge Mystic. It doesn't really matter if I do it now or not. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, do I want to try and kill this, I guess? Wait, does this give it the ability? I actually don't know. That'd be actually pretty sick. Wait, does it keep its abilities? Actually, I'm kind of curious now. I don't know this. No, it does not keep its abilities. All right, yeah, those are two good ones. Okay. I think I will just pay 7 to kill the Cauldra. Oh no. Never mind. Turn off all yields. No! Whatever. Whatever, this game's over. We will win eventually. Guess the only card that could kill us is like a Pure Steel Paladin. But at this point, it won't matter because we'll just bounce our like Snapcaster Mage. Penny Dreadful? God damn. I forgot about the fucking Penny Dreadful discussion. Solitude. Target. You're at 25. I have enough mana to upkeep Scry. I actually think I need to bounce my Snapcaster Mage here. Because if they top decked Oh my god, lands. Oh my lands tub. But yeah, no, if they top deck a Pure Steel Paladin, we could be in trouble. That's the only card. Right. All two, I guess. And we find a win con. Those are not win cons, but kind of our win cons. I guess we can steal Colossus Hammer and equip one of our creatures. I think that's the game plan. Fuck it, why not? Why not? Right? Seems horrible, but I don't know. Let's just counter this shit. And I don't want to fetch here because I already know there's 2 lands on the bottom of my deck. I know it's way worse, but it's more fun. But it's more fun. Bottom, top. It's the moral victory. Yeah, I agree. We'll do it this turn now that I have a Jace. Can we represent lethal? No. I have another hammer. And I think we can, yeah, we just have lethal next turn if we steal a hammer. A mid-range player. Let's go. You have several brews for me? Brew? Alright, yeah, so now we actually have lethal with stealing a hammer line. Let's go. Yoink your hammer. Bits, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Is this 10 mana or 8 mana? 8 mana. Oh man. Oh, this is a picture I gotta take. Let's go mid-round. Yield to the end step here. Let's do that right now. Where is hammer? Oh, we're up against hammer again. Fantastic. Speak of the devil. Where did I save that? Here it is. Okay. There we go. This is literally, I think, it. There we go. Maybe I shouldn't have fetched. I don't know. I got a full house. I don't know if it's good or not, though. How do you like Ambush Viper? Saga. Sure. Sure. Shadow Spear. Thoughts on Path still? I mean, Path's just worse than like ending and everything else, right? Like, not to be a Debbie Downer, but ending's just so good. The fact that like ending could hit any freaking permanent other than lands is like ridiculous. And like Solitude's just a better path. It's just like it's card disadvantage some amount of the time, but like 8 points. I actually don't think Path is a horrible sideboard card though. Uh-oh. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Oh god, give me another. Sure. Do we let them go for it twice? Do we let them? Let's just yoink. New picture incoming. Yoink. Boo. I'm Hammer yet again. Maybe I should have let them, whatever, get a... If they have a freaking Pure Steel Paladin, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I should have let them do this first, but I got a little bit ahead of myself. We are blue-white aggro. Yes. I promise. We are the aggro player. We are representing lethal next turn with 2 Snapcaster Mages. Please just pass. Please. Okay, I guess they have Inkmoth Nexus, but like whatever. Oh man. We are gonna go double Snapcaster Mage on the instep for sure. Okay. F. That's not fair. Do I run out a Snapcaster Mage? I think so. We have plenty. I think we are attacking with the Ornithopter here, right? God, that's actually tough now. All right, let's consider first. Can't do that one. All right, well. We need opt better than consider. We need a banger here. All right. We're so dead. God damn it. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. If we drew to Fairy first, we'd actually be winning. So depresso. Actually, no, that's not true. They still could have killed us. No matter how you... Oh wait, hold up, wait. It's the bluff. We have no other plays. No! Give him the pump fake. I don't know what you mean by good with PCs. If you're asking, I've built my own PC. I don't know if that qualifies me as a good PC person, but and I know things about PCs, but I don't know what like are you like asking like coding? Because I don't know shit about coding. There's actually a website called, I think it's called like Can I Run This? Can I run this? Can you run it? And then you can literally just like I wonder, I don't even know if MTGO is on that. Magic the Gathering. No, it's not even on there. I think it has it actually on the Magic the Gathering online. I actually think it says what your requirements are to play it, like what you need, and then you can just look at the specs. I used to. I mean, you don't really need a very good PC to run Magic Online, I promise. You want 2 chalices? Sure. People are like on chalices PP, bro. Actually, Fairy's pretty good. People love chalice. Yeah, I mean, you could also just download it and see if it works. It's not very big, but like my piece of shit laptop can run it. Like it's like horrible. My like school laptop, I think it has like an i3 and like a Intel integrated graphics, and it can run MTGO. Not like well, but like it still works. It's not very good, but it is what it is. Equal main deck life gain, I guess. I'm confused by the statement. I mean, it might, but you know, it is what it is, right? I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. Really? It might be the operating system, to be honest. Like, it doesn't work with some OSs, like... That's weird. Honestly, to me. Because, like, surfaces are fine. They're not, like, amazing, but... Sabovic07, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Fair enough. I wonder if you could, I don't know if this would be possible, but like I know there's like those apps where you can like control your PC from distance, and I always forget what that's called, but you might be able to do that too. Like control your home PC on your remote desktop. Yeah. I don't know how that would work. Oh no, we just got. Nah, whatever. Fucking freaking chat over here. Not really worried about that. I have enough mana. Meh. My mana. Why do I feel like I'm just countering this and don't care about like the 5 power in play? I mean, I can still dress down. I mean, it's like taking 5 damage, like whatever. I don't really care. They already played their planes for turn. Like, don't really think that's that big of a deal. Gingerbread. Uh-oh, 7 damage. I lied. 8 damage because I can activate Inkmoth. Oh my god, I'm so dead. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Ah, we're at 10. That's a good draw. I mean, we're still not even like... Oh my god, even another one? Annoying. Kind of sucks that they actually did name our Flooded Strand, because now we're like kind of annoyed. Alright. We're in a good spot though, I think. Like, we get to... Oh no, what is this? Oh, does that keep it alive? Oh my god, that's actually fucking sick. Oh, Prismatic Ending, good draw. Wow, that's, to me, that's shocking that that keeps it alive. Okay, let's do this. Let's do that. And then I can just bounce this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that was a play that they can make. Just say go. I guess I should have attacked, right? There's no reason to not attack. Yeah, I should have attacked. That was bad. That's okay. Yeah, that's bad. It's okay. 100% should have attacked. Didn't think about that. Manny, I've seen you in Dingo's stream. Dingo's stream. Dingo viewer. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Isn't that a dingo emote? Wait a moment. Yeah, this is actually a tough turn. Is that actually Evans? Oh, that is. I see. Oh, this is a tough turn, man. I don't know what to do. I kind of think I just want to like go to Fairy, tick up, have instant speed ending. Like, is that crazy? I feel like that's the best play that we have. I think it just gives me the most options. We're not like, we're not really vibing here. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice to go to Fairy, have Archmage Charm and ending up, but I think overall I'm definitely happy Pithing Needle did not name something more important, aka like a Teferi Time Raveler or something. If it named my Teferi, I would have been absolutely screwed. Because I had like 2 in the hand. It's been a long league, holy. Another hammer. I mean, we have a... Alright, man. Now we can bounce here. Hold up Charm next turn. Sure. Another land. Not great. Another land. Not great. Yeah, it's a land that doesn't do anything. Don't have a Pure Steel Paladin, please! No Pure Steel Prage. Sure. I didn't even notice that. Not a flooded strand! No! Okay, yeah, Teferi's gone. Alright, I need to scry, I think. Where's the verdict at when your boy needs it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Take the 3. Take it. I promise it's good. No. Wait, how does it have protection from itself? How does that work? That doesn't make sense. Bro, what? Hello? Does this playlist just start playing a speech? I love it. Okay. Is that better to hold? We have Jace, right? Jace is in the deck somewhere. Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird. Yeah, fuck, let's hold it. Alright. I think they just noticed. And they said, ah, lol. I think they just noticed. Sure, attack me. I think they just noticed that they can't use their land. Don't wanna counter spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can Archmage's Charm this turn now. I completed a Modern League with an 0-1 finish. Interesting. Oh yeah, that was the Rock League that I finished. I was like, what is that? Yeah. Jace. Yeah, we ended up 3-2. Snapcaster Mage. It's okay. Let's say we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Jace. Bounce. Well, let's wait. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of upset at myself after it. Like, I could have easily 5-0'd that league if I wasn't being a freaking brain dead zombie last night. I was just so tired. Springleaf jump, sure. Draw 2. I think we're kind of fitting the garbage time. To fairy. Colonnade. The Colonnade. They conceded. Holy. Wait, what game was that? That wasn't the last game? Oh my god, bro. That was so long. Oh my god. That's what she said. Ah. Oh my god. Holy shit. I thought that was it. Okay. Alright, I need to go pee. Garby. And looks like a banger. Looks like a banger. Ooh. Okay. Keep skis. They mulligan to 6. Augers. Get a little bar going. I mean, Snapcaster Mage is so sick in this matchup. Just rebuying ending over and over. So good. No! Issue 1990. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it very much. I mean, I don't know. We're in an okay spot. I'm not like super happy. But, oh, well, that makes things better. That, I was making sure. It's my thought on Twiddlestorm. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard about it in a while. I actually played against it the other night. I think the deck's really, I mean, I don't know why you'd want to play Twiddlestorm right now, especially in like a Murktide dominated meta where that deck's just like perfectly beat that deck. It's like it's a tempo control. It's like basically tempo control. I think combo's like not in the best spot unless you're like mid-range combo, and like Twiddlestorm's like all-in combo. So it's kind of my thought. Urshni? Thoughts on Belcher? Or Breach Spur? I'm guessing that's Esper Breach. Wait, what is Breach Spur? Breach Spur? Is this Esper? Is that really what that is? I love the name. Not gonna lie. Name's sick. Deck, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so you'd have to send me a link and I could look at it, but I don't know. I like the name of it. That for sure. Oh. That's kind of what my thinking was, but you know. Doing math. Or Jeff. Jeff? I always forget which one it is. Okay. What are we doing? I don't, yeah. I was thinking the other way around. Yeah, Storm's definitely harder, math-wise. Maybe not math-wise, but like sequencing-wise. Like, it's really hard to figure out where you're gonna be, how much mana you're gonna have. I mean, I guess that's math, but I don't really think of it as math, just more of like, kind of like planning out a turn. I don't know what I want to do here. It's like, do I want to go snap pending? I guess I could go snap pending the hammer. I actually don't hate that line because it also allows us to consider, and I think it like makes these constructs just 2/2s and means that we can trade with the Snapcaster Mage unless they pump out a construct on their main phase. I think this is fine. And like, I don't really want to target a construct since we have Verdict in hand, right? We're just going to sweep up the board anyways. So then that means Snapcaster Mage kind of isn't really that important either. So I kind of think that's like the best possible, but I mean, Twiddle, I think is, I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's harder or easier. I think it's just different. I think saying whether one's like, they're both Storm decks. They're both, I think, have equal complexity. And I think the lines in Twiddle, I think it's easier to pick up Storm because the lines are a little bit more like make sense, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense because, you know, it's pretty like, okay, it's A+, like, you know, I don't know, it's a little bit more, I don't want to say like more easy, but I think it's definitely not as like, I don't know what the right word to say is. Straightforward, like, I don't know what word I'm thinking about, but it's just like, Twiddle has weird ass lines that are very hard to see for an average Magic player, because there are lines where you go, yeah, intuitive. Yeah, there it is, intuitive. It's a lot less intuitive. There, thank you. That's 100% the word. It is a lot less intuitive. Like, you are just like, it's not, the lines are just a lot more complex, because sometimes you're gonna play out your Lotus Field and sack it, but like, you can Twiddle in response, make a shit ton of mana, and like, that's not something that really an average Magic player or someone who's just picking up the deck's probably gonna see at first. Whereas Storm, it's like, you kind of, I mean, it's not really complex in the sense of super complex lines. It's more complex in the sense that you have complex cards that you have to get. So like, the combo is much easier to do in regular Storm, but so we're gonna lose to, I'll look at that in just a second. We're gonna lose to a blacksmith skill here. That's the case. I guess we could just like Solitude. I guess we still lose to that, right? And they can just grab. Yeah, I think our only line here is to. Yeah, I mean, if they have a blacksmith skill, they have a blacksmith skill. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna play around it. Like, if they have it, they have it, right? Whatever. If they pithy needle my Scalding Tarn, do I care? No. Well, yeah, no. Not really. Well, no. Why would I let this happen? I guess is the real question. Do I think I'm gonna die this turn? No. Let's just fetch in response. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think we need a Watery Grave in this matchup. I don't think we're ever gonna Prismatic Ending for 4 here. I mean, that's my thinking, but like, what? I guess they might just name like Teferi Time Raveler, which would be really freaking annoying. But like being able to go counter snap counter also is like kind of nice, but probably not gonna happen. They sent me a smiley face. Not this time, you. I think that's how that goes. Uh-oh. Kill me. Kill me, opponent. Surprised I didn't grab Shadow Spear, but, you know. That's a good Magic card. That's a next turn thing. Hmm. I would Teferi bounce if it wasn't the 5-drop. Yeah, they'd make another, and I think we'd die if we went Teferi Tuck. I don't know if I want to see what they grab here. They're making another construct. Makes me feel somewhat safe. We're probably going to have to go Snap Verdict here. Maybe. We might go Snap Verdict. We'll see. Ginger Brute. Lou Catacomb. 1. I think that's how to say it. I might be wrong, but I am. Okay. Well, I mean, Solitude. Wham, wham, wham. What's this? Okay. Sure. Wasn't blocking that anyways. I think I have to block, right? And then I think we just go Snap Verdict. Or we can go like Teferi tick up and have Snap to play out. No, because then we just lose to a Pure Steel equipping a bunch of shit to Ginger Brute. Pithy Needle. God. Don't name Big Teferi, you piece of shit. Uh-oh. Let's see if they're a Soul Reader. Let's go. Let's go. god, another counterspell. I think we're going Snap Verdict. All right. Snapcaster Mage, Supreme Verdict. White, white, blue, colorless. Hold. Squeezing them buttholes right now. Our butthole is puckered. Are we dead? Okay. All right. Not a problem. A little big. They could have a Spell Pierce this whole time. So if we draw land, maybe we're okay. Or Solitude would be nice. If we draw a Solitude, am I pitch casting it? I think I might. They played a Flooded Strand, which I don't know if that means they're on blue mana. I mean, granted, if we draw like not a removal spell or something, there's nothing else that we can do anyways. So our play is probably just going to be jam this Teferian Prey. More than likely. And if they have a second creature, I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Yeah, I mean, that's my guess too. Lagging too much, sorry for that, GG's. Oh no, what? No, what? No, what? Oh, come on. I would have considered bottom that, kept a Shark Typhoon, and then I would have held up Counterspell here. Let's see. Cycled into that, drawn land for turn. I don't know. This would have been a... I'm really... 24 lands, Copium? This hand's fine, but... Alright, Manny. You have a good one. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's a good draw. I think this tells you how masterful I am with this deck. Oh, whoa, what is this? I was like, we're kind of, is this Merfolk? Oh. Oh, Merfolk's got to be a pretty tough one. Right? They're just like lowered to the ground. I don't know. This might be a tough matchup, especially if they have the Voldalian Hexcatcher. That card's really good. Oh, I don't care about that one. Don't care about that one. Yeah. I mean, we can... Oh, if they're missing a land drop, that's actually quite awesome for us. No. Mutavault? Shit. Alright. Kill the Lord. Looks good. We might need to... Oh god, that was really good. I don't know, it's just also like another Lord. I don't know. Ugh. That was really bad for us. They had that. Oop, no, I don't want to view the dungeon. Kind of feel like I need to kill this master. Just like F6 there. Do we think they don't have anything? God, dude, we're so fucked. It's like, I think I have to tick up on myself and hope they don't have a flash creature here. Or a Lord. I think if they had a Lord, they might have played it out. I guess I could also brainstorm, but like, that's so bad. I think taking up on ourselves. I don't know. This is really tough. It's just so unlikely that this resolves, but I think, or lives, but I think we have to do this play. Like, I don't think there's realistically a better play. Like, it forces them to have to deal with it. I mean, I know I need a better hand, but brainstorming really doesn't do that much. Like, yeah. Like, if we just, like, we would need, like, we basically would need our top 3 cards to be nuts, and if our top 3 cards are nuts anyway, then I think we're gonna be fine, right? And if our Jace survives, that's even, like, if the line comes out that this Jace sticks around for a turn, we're in such a good spot. But if it doesn't, then, like, whatever, it is what it is. Okay, like, they had it, doesn't matter. Like, it's worth the risk here. We're just so far behind that I think we have to play as if we're gonna be pulling ahead here with it. But consider. I mean, yeah, I guess. It's like, I think brainstorming there, what do we get? Consider to fairy land. Like, it's not really gonna help us in the long term. Like, we're getting 1 card deeper, I guess. But the 1 card deeper would have been the planes that we were about to draw, which isn't helping. I don't know. It's one of those things, like, it in the ideal world, ticking up's just better. I mean, ideally, it's probably not going to happen. I guess, no, we get to the same deepness, right? Because we're taking up and putting the card to the bottom, or keeping it up on top. So I actually think it's literally the same thing. I mean, not literally, like, we go up a card in hand, but... Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. We're just so... I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're just effed. Like, to be completely honest. We are pretty boned. We need a Solitude, I think, to win this game. I mean, Solitude was bad, but really it wasn't Solitude's issue. I think it was the problem that our hand didn't have any other removal. Right? Or it did, but it got force negation. I mean, I guess I'm playing out 1 more turn. I don't think it matters. I mean, I would imagine Solitude is good here against this deck most times. I think it's the only card that actually saves us this turn. Eight damage. We're going to 4. Alright. I think we need Solitude or Verdict on top of our deck to be in this game. Bottom 2, 3. I guess that... I mean, it's basically the same as a random card, right? I mean, if they have a... I guess it's... No, because then it doesn't give us Solitude as an out, so no. I think it's worse than a random card. Fantastic. Scrybug. Scrybug. I actually think I bounced the Merfolk Trickster here. I just have a counter spell. I guess I can counter this and draw a Prismatic Ending, right? Yeah, I could go bounce Prismatic Ending this. Yeah, I guess we gotta play it out. Bounce, Trickster, Prismatic Ending. Nope. Alright, I mean, that was just like a beatdown. That's just like a great example of like why we're not, like, they're just so favored against us here. Alright. Teferi Baby Teferi is pretty good, I think. Snap's pretty good. I actually think Verdict's kind of bad in this matchup because I kind of feel as if that if they're smart enough, I think they're gonna play around it. Like a very good Merfolk player is what I mean by this. Like they're not gonna play into Verdict very often. I think we do this. Trim one of each. Like a better Merfolk player is not gonna be. Oh, Dress Down is good, yeah. True. I'm just trimming the Verdicts. I think 3 fairies fine, right? Maybe not. God, so many opinions. Let's go with this. I mean, we still need a way to win the game, which is why I only really want one of each. I mean, they don't always, like, they don't always have a lord. I mean, I don't know. I genuinely think that as a Merfolk person, you're not gonna really play into a Verdict. And like a 4-mana removal spell to me is just like kind of meh. That could just be me though. I could be giving my opponent the benefit of the doubt, but that's kind of why I don't really want both. Oh, you're right. I should actually cut counterspell. That's 100% true. That is actually true. Counterspell's pretty dog poo-poo here. All right, actually, I kind of like this. Yep, I think this is fine. Counterspell's pretty bad. All right, this hand's fine. I don't know. I kind of just believe that. I think you're right though. With Counterspell, I wouldn't want it in the deck, but I genuinely don't think Verdict is a card where you're like super happy. It's kind of like against Murktide Region, right? It's like they're not going to play out multiple threats to the point where they're going to get got by it. Like most people trim some number of Verdicts against Murktide because they're not going to play out like all of their creatures. At least good players, you're not going to play out all their creatures and just get absolutely blown out by a board wipe. And I'd almost say I believe that like board wipes are generally better against. And like this is why I think Teferi is actually really good in this matchup. Like especially on the play, I think it's kind of really good. Like they have some flash creatures. Just like gets to stick around, distracts them from your life total, buys time. I think on the draw it's a little bit worse though, because they're already gonna have a board presence. I don't think we need to play Snapcaster just yet. I was thinking about it, but just running out Teferi here is fine because I mean, like, what are they gonna run out? Trickster, Hexcatcher? Are they gonna sack it? I'd be fine using this as a 3-mana removal spell. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That is such a good trade for us. Like, I know it's down on mana, but like, that just like buys us even more time. GG's, by the way, that was pretty funny. Sorry to do it to you like that, though. I apologize. This down's pretty good. I'm sorry. Yeah, like I don't care about Teferi sticking around. This is like the line where having a Snapcaster Mage on the battlefield would have been kind of nice, but again, I'm not very concerned about it. The third Teferi, will it resolve? That's not a card I really want to bounce, is it? That's not one I want to bounce. Yes. That sucks. I don't have any spells to cast with Snap yet. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just saying go and like either cycling Shark Typhoon or... Yeah, I think we wait here. We'll see what happens. I think I will... I don't think I block this. I think I would rather... I guess representing counterspell doesn't really matter, but kind of think I'm fine waiting here and just cycling a Shark Typhoon. Another Trickster? No? They have a Lord in their hand? Oh, I should have seen this earlier. Okay. Land's fine. That means we can cast Solitude on their turn. Or we can even cycle a 3/3 Shark Typhoon. It's pretty good. And we have the removal spell for the Lord with Solitude. So I think I'm going to block here with a Shark Typhoon. If they instant speed a thing out here, I don't really care. Alright, I ran it out. See, it's like they have the Lord. There's no shot they run it out here, right? Like I think this is a better Merfolk player. Like there's no way you run out the Lord here and allow yourself to get 3 for 1 with a verdict here. I mean, I guess. Okay, see now that makes sense. Okay, that one. That, on the other hand, kind of makes sense. Oh my god. Our third fucking Snapcaster Mage without a return target. That's unfortunate. Just a bunch of snaps. I mean, I think I'm again just cycling a Shark Typhoon. If they send here. If they play Lord of Atlantis first. Sure. I mean, I definitely need them to not have a subtlety here. Right, like there's nothing I can do if they have a subtlety, so... I was thinking like maybe pitch casting's reasonable, but it literally doesn't matter. Because, yeah, like if I go pitch cast, then they counter this anyways, and yep. I mean, is what it is. Like there's nothing really to do. Let's see, how much damage rate for... Yeah, lethal. And like, again, to me, this is a great example of like where this is a really bad matchup, and also like, I mean, we're just dead on board. Yeah, like that's a perfect example of like when at any point is verdict even good? It's never good there, right? Like all of their stuff drew an extra card. Like